Well, good morning and thank you for coming to my channel. Today I am making a congratulation card, and just like my title says, it's just for a moment that changed everything. And I wanted to use the cuddlebug today and use my little mini presents that you can, those are like metal dies, and I use it to make the shapes of the little presents that I put underneath on the top of the car, I'm sorry. And as you can see there, I was having such a hard time trying to get it out because they're very tiny, but they're really fun. I enjoy making this car a lot. For this type of car, I just use literally any scrap paper that I had left over from other cars that I was making. For people that don't know, when you use the cuddle bug, they have three different sets of plates. It has the plate A, B, and C, and they just put the strength for you to make the card, to make it. When you're using the metal dies, you have to use, like, put pressure on the metal dies so it can cut the frame correctly. Then, of course, you have to use a little bit of force to take all the little pieces of paper out that get stuck in between once you cut the paper through. And you have to put the figures together, which I didn't even know which one I was going to use, so it took me a little bit of time to put it together. But once you get everything else set, it becomes really, really easy. It's so much fun. You can do so many things with those metal dies. And of course, I love the cars in black, so I had to use another one. And I wanted to use the embossing folders. You can also use it inside of the machine. So for this one, I took up another piece of paper, and I went a little bit with the pastel colors, and I cut a little piece to pass it through the cuddle bug. And that is such a beautiful embossing folder. It has polka dots, and they make such a beautiful enhance to the cards when you're making it. And what you do is you just cut around the pieces of paper, measure it right, and then you just do the same thing. But in this one, I use a foam mat. That's that grade mat in there to put more pressure to be able to emboss the paper right. And I was just trying to find the correct strength to put on the plate. And once you embossing, they have so many different options, but once you use the embossing folder once, you fall in love because they are so beautiful and add such a beautiful details to the card. And here I am going to add a little bit of color to the sides just to enhance the little polka dots on the paper. And for some reason, I love to do that on the paper. I don't even know why. I just think it makes it so much beautiful. And add my tape. I like to use more the double-sided tape more than the wet glue. However, I did have to use a little bit of the wood glue when I was doing the little mini gifts or presents on the paper. They were so tiny inside. And I hope you're really enjoying this card making time with me. Now, as you can see, I'm using another metal die just to cut a little frame. And I was trying to look for a paper, not too flashy. And as you can see, green is one of my favorite colors, so I'm always using it. And I cut a little frame to put the little presents on the back. And at this point, I did add some of that wet glue that I said before to make it stick to the paper better, because with the double-sided tape it's very hard to do it for me. So you cut all the shapes and put all the little bows on the top. And now I'm gonna go ahead and once I finish putting all the bows, I'm going to work on the other piece of paper. And I added my pop-up glue, double-sided glue. And of course you have to stamp. And on that one I used one of the stamps from Stampin' Up. They have very beautiful collections. And I cut another piece using the cuddlebug in another shape. And this one I'm gonna go ahead and put it on top of the green piece just to bring a little bit more of the, make it pop a little bit more. Go around and color the edges. And I stamped the congratulations sign to put on the card. Put a little bit of a double-sided tape. And now we're gonna go ahead and put the other sign. Put a little pop-up tape, double-sided tape. And of course, we have to put our sign. I really hope you enjoy making this card with me. I really have fun to doing it. And don't forget to give us a like. Thank you so much for coming to my channel.